Okay, well, we have a set of X and Y values that I was going to write down, but it doesn't matter, it's on the document. Try to remember to put the date on things so people know what they're looking at. Okay, if I draw a line here from the first point to the last point, kind of missed it. Okay, there's the last point. Now, is there a way, well, first of all, what we want to do is establish the idea that if you draw from the first point to the last point, that's not necessarily the line that comes closest to the points on the average. And actually what we want to do is minimize the squared distance from the line, but let's just worry about the distance right now because it's hard to visualize the squared distance, okay? I'm not actually going to ask you to do that. But if I ask you to give me the line that best fits, it's unlikely to be the line that goes through the first point and the last, okay? So we can estimate how far each point is above or below the line, right? Okay, so I've got this point, and this point. So were there 5 points? I think there were 5 in the problem you have.
Yeah.
Okay? So what I want you to do is, you've got the, huh?
There were 6.
Okay, there are 6. Then you'll have 4 distances. And 2 of them, distances will be 0 because you went through the first and the last point, right? So what we want to do is, you have your graph, you have the blocks, okay? You can use the blocks to see how far above or below the line each point is, right? And we write down that number. So if I think this distance is 1.1 and this distance is 0.5 and this distance is 0.7, then I could add up all my distances and find the average distance, right? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do that. Estimate distances. Find the average distance. Now, one thing, when you find the average distance, how are you going to find the average?
Add them up and divide them.
Add them up and divide by how many?
However many there are.
Yeah, there are 6 points. The zeros count.
Oh,
They don't change the sum, but they count as distances, right? So if I did this and I just added these up and divided by 3, that wouldn't be a result representative of the average distance because I have 2 zeros that need to be in there too, right? I get the same thing when I add these up, but I'd better divide by 5. Okay? So do that real quickly.